Hello Libra, welcome back to Medicine Tarot. We're going to do your August 2020 reading here for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, if that placement you look at. Look at this beautiful sound bowl I just got. I want to introduce it into a reading, get started, allow it to resonate within you. Very calming, soothing way to start. What's going on for my Librans here in August? There is an energy here around your family, Libra, that's coming up first. And when I say family, it could be something about the way you see your family, who you want to have a family with, a strategy for family. It honestly could be just you wanting to be pregnant, right? Something within that strategy around a family issue. It could be your husband, your wife, whatever, however you define family here, right? There's something inside of that structure that is halting. It's not that it's ending, but it's halting. It's pausing. It's stopping. And in many ways, this is good. Okay, what is this King of Cups? You could be dealing with a water sign. What is this structure here? Strategizing of how to go into a place that doesn't feel so unstable, confusing, where people aren't there's many levels of a circumstance that just, for lack of a better word, it's not serving you. And I really sense that it's making you question yourself here, Libra, but don't, because you're moving to a better place with all of this. In August, these difficulties are subduing, they're lessening, right? There was a situation that you couldn't walk away from it, but you couldn't walk towards it. Like it was and it's funny because I don't feel like you were stuck. You just didn't have a strategy, something along those lines. And so now, boom, the strategy's coming through. Tell me something about blood. Okay. After a period of confusion and chaos and dissonance, your road opens up. So something's opening up here in August. I don't mean to be vague, but there's just so many of us listening to these readings, and it honestly could be work too. You went quiet is kind of this weird thing that I'm feeling and seeing. You went quiet and internally, right? It's not a thing of not talking to a person. It's almost like you quieted down, and now this road opens up to you. Just be mindful too of be mindful whether this strategy that you are taking on, the strategy that allows you to go into the unknown in a better way than you felt, whether it is coming from a place of fear or coming from a place of excitement, right? And when I say excitement, I mean faith, hope, etc. Because in many ways, even if this was just like difficulty finding a job, right? It really took a toll on you, and you're now moving out of it. Like something new is coming through, but I want you to take care of yourself. That's kind of what I want to say, okay? Surrender to your soul's path, right? So you have a path regardless of who you are and what you've done, right? And you're strategizing on this path. You want to see deeper, further into the unknown, which is scaring you. But at the same time, like I was saying, they're saying surrender the drama. I don't think you have a lot of drama. You could, but it's more about, okay, let me get in tune with myself and figure out like these next few steps, coming from a place of strength, coming from a place of my skill set. Something about you reconsidering your strengths and not focusing on your weaknesses. And as I say that, I get surrender to full power. Exactly. So they're confirming that message of really coming from strength. Surrender to joy, right? So how do we focus in on strength? Very simply by joy. Joy is the easiest one. That's why I said excitement, because it feels like, okay, if I just get excited about the new stuff and I get excited about my hobbies, I get excited, there isn't a lot of vibrational space for fear to live, because fear and excitement have a similar kind of vibration, believe it or not. So when you get scared, get excited. You may have heard that before, but I'm just letting you know, okay? Let's keep going here. Step out of your comfort zone, right? Let's take a look. It's funny because this feels like a work reading. It really does. And I didn't mean, I have no intention of that. So here it is, 10 of coins. You're approaching a situation that, if you are talking about work, you're approaching a situation where you could potentially make really good money. And I think that some of you may even have, sorry, let me finish this thought. Some of you may have a fear like, oh, well, I've never done that before, okay? And if this is about a relationship, I'm going to do kind of a split reading here. There's something inside of your atmosphere and in the surrounding, in this relationship, and potentially in your family, right? Maybe like, it doesn't matter, you know what it is. In your family too, that it's blocked. Let's just call it that. Joy and excitement is being blocked because people are acting from fear, yeah? So in August, what happens is someone, meaning this King of Cups, right? So it could be your husband or a boyfriend that you're dealing with, or whatever, water sign female. I just feel like they don't speak a lot, and they don't express the way they need to express, which really kind of cuts you off to have to do a lot of legwork. And I think that legwork has blocked you. And so here you are, Queen of Cups, however you want to turn that around. You are in this coupledom, you are in this union that is so right in so many ways, but something here feels like we need to cut it off, and we need to choose our path. We need to choose the energetic path with which we want to release ourselves from the burdens that this other person is kind of signaling to us within this union. It's going to require you to become less defensive, and it's going to require you to be honest about the state of your relationship. The sun is here. So I don't want you to worry, okay? Because I really think too that I've never done a reading, maybe never, for YouTube where I felt that there were so many different people with so many different storylines. And I'm just saying that also now somebody may be walking away from a relationship because they were unsatisfied and the other person didn't have that strategy, didn't have the bloodline of I want to almost call it like abundance and confidence that allowed them to be the person that you need them to be. You feel that if you continue to pedal in this direction, you're gonna pedal into some weird zone. And so the Tower came down, and this could have been something that occurred in the past, but let me look. It's funny because there's so much similarity in so many readings here, slightly different but kind of similar, Libra. And I think that people who come to tarot, this profound tool that really allows us to get on a path where we can live a better life and understand ourselves deeper, they are all in many ways dealing with a similar theme of basically walking away from things they don't want, right? And so 10 times out of 10, that's what we're doing in life. We're either walking towards or walking away from something. And whenever we make that choice, because you have choice here, to walk away from something, it is in light of a deeper understanding and awareness, aka high priestess and strategy, that you have come to, because the blockage, bondage, the disappointment, whatever that you were in touch with is teaching you, and it's showing you parts of yourself that you're like, but this is not, it just doesn't feel like it's you. And so whatever relationship status you may be in or work status you may be in, it is absolutely divinely guided here for you to take a minute and to consider what is not of you and what may be of someone because of the family they came from or because of their history. And once you divide yourself from that, you allow more space for this blockage and these chains to really be seen and heard. Because something here is delusional, right? Something here is pulling the wool over your eyes. And no, I don't think it's happening on purpose. Like, I don't think anyone is trying to hurt you on purpose. I think it's the re-establishment of yourself within this dynamic, within this structure. And maybe you were okay with certain things in the past because of the blood card, but you are not that person anymore. And I think it's kind of brave of you to have to step up to this next level. And I just want you to not blame the other person so much, and to understand also, like, if you were ready to step to that next level, you would just do it. But this is also showing you where you are still holding back and not stepping up to that next level, so to speak, whether in work, relationship, security, all of that. And yeah. Okay, let's keep going. Let me get some, but step out of your comfort zone. That's the whole step to the next level. They're like saying, go ahead, we're supporting you. Go ahead. The universe is telling you to go ahead and next step blah, 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 to the next level, right? That's the message here in August. Go ahead. Go ahead. Page of Cups in reverse. Ay, all these reversals for everybody. You're tired, you know? You're tired. But the good news is that you don't... What's the good news, Spirit? The good news is that it's funny because I'm like, the good news is that they're in pain over something. That's the good news, because that pain is really bringing home what judgment you need to come to here. And this reading feels kind of hard to me, so I think it's a hard decision, or something is difficult here, right? But it's a weird difficulty that like gets cleared up once you clear up certain words, and I feel like you will. So you will have conversations, or you will have energetic like awarenesses. You are coming into quote unquote strategy for yourself. So I just feel like things will be clarified for you. Offers, you expected certain offers to come through, they didn't. You're like, okay, cycle ending, it's fine. You're letting that go and making the choice, right? So this 10 of coins, this ultimate commitment, this ultimate job, this ultimate, it requires you to not just release, but to reconcile that you are also making a choice. Don't leave everything up to the other person, whether you're romantic or work. It's not just their choice, it's your choice. And when you get into that power, you liberate yourself to move forward because you're putting the choice back into your hands. I think you're not aware of how much you are not giving, of how much you're not choosing. I feel like you're experiencing, planning, thinking, doubting, hoping, doing a bunch of different stuff. You're not choosing. So absolutely choose, despite the feeling that you don't have all the options. Does that make sense? There's a part of you that knows, like, I don't have all the options that I need, but don't let that bring you down, because it's giving you feeling of lack. But it's like, okay, no. I still have choice, because what? The path is mine. The path is still mine. The joy is still mine. The plan is still mine. The strategies, like, I want you to sit and count everything that's yours, if that makes sense. Because that will give you healing. Yes, Spirit, thank you. That will give you that healing, but that hope and sense of trust and belief that you, my friend, are you're in your power, basically, but you're this woman. Whether she's single or not, whether she's working or about to work, sorry guys, right? But you have that complexity of feeling. True, you have a complexity of feeling, but that doesn't mean that you are not rooted and grounded in one feeling that never changes, which is, I have choice. Actually, buddy, I have choice and I have agency. You lost that and you're getting it back. Hello. this cycle of being tied up is ending and you're going towards victory. Victory, healing, etc. Okay? It's funny because I don't want to look at. Actually, let me take that back. Let me take that back. Okay, let's keep going. Let's look at more projective energies here. Hold on. Let me get settled. Okay, for Libra, what else is going on, Spirit? Thank you. Beautiful. Look at this. You're in a space of creation. Okay? Aren't we always? Yes. But creation, you come to creation by repetition more than I feel like maybe other people need. You need a repetitive, ritualistic kind of activity and energy. And if you stopped doing that, it may be more difficult for you to create. So think about that repetition. Right. And the reason I say that is because you may be kind of in a limbo, in a waiting zone here. Get back into repetitive things. I work out on Tuesday and Thursday. On Wednesday, I go get lunch. Right? It's this... you've been waiting because the relationship kept you waiting. This job thing kept you waiting. You became the Queen of Cups on reverse. And that's okay. It's so... in order for you to move on, move forward, there has to be a feeling of you seeing yourself. And I feel like the repetition, and I'm really going to drill this home for you. The repetition, whatever it may be, is going to snap you out of that lull and that frozen state, regardless of how difficult the situation may be. Because you need to see yourself apart from this other person. There is a chase here, right? Like, okay, hold on. Nice. Yeah. You're coming into clarity too around like, oh, this is what was occurring. I love August for you. It's very clarifying. You're going to be like, oh, that's what was happening there. Oh, that's what they were hopping on. Oh, that's what was that. That's that. Again, you're going to have conversations. You're going to have communication here in August that really, really lightens the load. Prepare yourself for receiving that. The other message that I get is like, don't think that anything is too small. Any activity is too small. Like you may be sick of cleaning your kitchen or whatever, right? Like, ugh, I'm sick of this thing. But this is your life, and keep finding joy and keep finding that excitement. Keep doing that revolving, repetitive action that keeps you hooked into source energy in the way that you live. It's so important. It's so important. Okay? Yeah. Okay. There's some reflections here too that take place around just what you've been doing, what you're gonna do, where you're gonna go, where you've been, kind of thing. And we already saw that in the first card, the strategy. That was your first one out. But as you're gonna sift through all of these experiences, sift through your life and what? And work through your fears in that process as you sift through that. See, like I said, what choices were made from fear, what choices were made from joy. when you see that, once you see that, you're really going to be able to come back into that power, because you're not going to feel so overwhelmed and influenced by things that felt harsh, felt difficult, like I sensed right before. It's like, you don't need that difficulty. You need to come out of that. And you're going to do that with some reflection, going back to basics, so to speak. They're asking you to bring love into your life. And it's really annoying to hear that when we don't have a partner, or we are not in love, or we just went through a breakup. But come on, you can do it, right? The answers you need are coming. Believe in the impossible. You are fully you are fully you. And nothing is wrong about you, Libra. The only thing that can be wrong is when you approach a situation from a place that is making you feel small, right? And so know that a new start is coming, and whatever you wish, I guarantee you, it's time to see yourself, because you may not have seen yourself for a minute here. And I say that because and I remember the Seven of Swords, that card of delusion and betrayal kind of thing, with the Ace of Swords, like the hiding of the truth. You were hidden in the aspect of this last job or this last relationship. There was aspects of you that were hidden, and they weren't welcomed. And there is a certain loyalty that you keep towards people who potentially, this is a potential. There's a loyalty you kept to the situation, but it's almost like this bloodline, ancestral pattern, something, right? The video cut out. I don't know where it stopped, but it's weird, because it's almost like you are letting go of a part of you that was connecting you to your family. And it may not be obvious. You may be like, what? But it is. It literally is that. Whether it was a dynamic that was being reverberated in your present relationship that reminds you of your family, something that you dealt with, I don't know. But something of that. Maybe you come from parents that never made more than $60,000 a year, and you're ready to make 120, and now it's like you got to let go of that to like rise to the new level. It doesn't have to be negative always, but it's this separation which is scaring you. It's a separation from some kind of comfortable way of doing something. And I feel like Spirit is like, did you think this was always going to be easy? Because growth and abundance and it requires us to sometimes step out of out of our comfort zones into the unknown. To have a strategy that can keep us grounded and rooted, a ritual, a repetitive action that keeps us grounded and rooted as we trot along into the unknown, into a more beautiful horizon, trusting that the answers we need are coming. Because they are. You're going to get a lot of conversation, a lot of communication here. So breathe a sigh of relief. Breathe a sigh of relief, because you're good. You're on your path. You are. One last card. Actually, I'm going to do this one here. This is from the Obsidian Oracle. Look at how gorgeous. Okay. We're going to take all right, there we go. Beautiful. I have to read these because I don't want to learn them. Transition, awareness, intuition. Change is coming, but don't panic. transitions bring turmoil. And yes, a few issues you thought were long gone, right? Isn't that what we talked about? They may rear their head again, but stay calm. Don't give in to emotional outbursts, either from yourself or others, and focus on where you're going, strategy, right? Not where you've been. Trust your instincts to see yourself through this and bring you to a happier place. Okay? Pleasure, vitality, beauty, gratitude. This is the bluebird. How cute. Bluebird and helicopter seed. The trials of life can bring you down, but flip the script and make the day work for you instead. Take some time to consider the blessings of the world and the beauty of nature and life itself. The advantages that you have, even at difficult times. Trust that even these have their purpose, and use gratitude to bring positivity and energy to you as you walk your path. To walk your path. I told you, you're on your path. You forgot. You're right. Okay. Thank you so much for the love and the magic of pressing the thumbs up and liking and subscribing. So grateful for you. If you want to catch me on Patreon at all, I am there. I'm also a transformational coach, which means I facilitate healing paths for people. If there's a long-standing emotional issue, could manifest in so many different ways, but you're ready to get help around healing something. The information on that is on my website, also in the link below. All the jazz, rock and roll, here for private readings. I hope you take really good care of yourself. Bye, beauties.